should now be live.
So, hello out there everyone. Welcome back to this playthrough of Super Robot Wars Z3 Jigoku. As always, I'm Ryu, and this is my brother Zero. So when last we left off, things were not going particularly great in our investigation of Neo Zeon. We wound up dealing with a combined force in our pursuit, consisting of the Cyber NewType Yune Gus, the Cyber NewType Marita Cruz, the actual NewType Kasparaya, and Angela Zopper. I don't think he's a NewType exactly, since he's using Incom, but... So, while fighting them, after taking out Yune, Camille decided to rush off and try and capture him. And that led to Banagher getting left in the dust and captured by full Frontal. So we don't have the unicorn right now. That's not a good thing. Thankfully, we will be remedying that very soon. In addition, we got to see a little bit more about Marita Cruz, who is a wonderful character, and Kasparaya, and the two of them seemingly hit things off, or at the very least, Kes likes Marita. Even though Marita's a fake NewType, Kes thinks that she feels more like a NewType should. And I find that totally acceptable. Alright, so...
Angela Zopper is indeed a new type.
Is he?
Yep.
Why is he using Incom? Why does his Rosen Zulu use Incom rather than Psychoframe? Oh well, maybe it may be to cut costs or something. Maybe the Rosen Zulu's page says something.
Nothing left, but...
So, we're having what may be transmission errors here. It'll be just a moment as we check which end this is on. Hello, Paloma. Alright, so it does indeed seem to be on our receiving computer's end, so we are still streaming. Good. So, off to the D-Trader. What is it, AG? Oh no. Oh, I was merely wondering. That quad-winged unit. For some reason, its attacks against the Nail Argama seem to be less fierce than they were against the other units. And do you think that has something to do with me? No, not at all. It was merely something that I was worrying about a small amount. Are you even equipped with a function to be able to worry about things such as that? No. But do you understand how rude it is of you to toy around with people's feelings like that? That has nothing to do with being a robot or a human. You must know that that is an incredibly embarrassing thing to do. So there truly was something going on there. When that quad-wing unit approached us before, and thanks to that rage of the ladies, more Z chips have been acquired. I shall go ahead and add these 50 chips to the squadron's stock. It appears as if I shall have to do a more thorough check on Miss Audrey. Yeah. There are plenty of things I would like to try on her, though. Like this and that. Back to the D-Trader. How splendid you were out there, Master Hathaway. See, when I knew that Kes was out there, my body just moved on its own. It's almost like I was in a dream. Both Master Camille, and Master Banagher all claim to have reacted the same way when they first piloted as well. If you are able to become as strong as them, it will be all up to your efforts, Master Hathaway. I know, AG. I'll do everything I can in order to get Kes back. But please do be careful. Well, after all, I'm certain that in the future, your actions, Master Hathaway, will influence the fate of your family. Huh? After all. Oh, if you were to die in battle, I'm certain that both your mother and... I'm certain that your mother would never forgive your father. And your younger sister would be quite saddened. I don't want to make any of the people I care about upset, but no matter what, I have to get Kess back. I respect that will of yours, Master Hathaway. Well then, I shall pray that your future is overflowing with light. Today as well, let's get to selling. Multiple references to Hathaway's Flash mixed in there, I feel. By the way, wasn't there something you wanted to buy here?
DC crystal.
DC charger?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to give it to anyone just yet, but...
But it's a powerful item. Powerful item instantly refills all energy at start of turn. So, off we go. Time to try and rescue the unicorn. It is now July 2nd. Because remember, an important point that I often forget about Gundam is despite the fact that it is in the far-flung distant space future, they have not developed anything even approaching warp travel. It takes days to get from Earth to the moon, even on their fastest ships.
I have seen why it uses Incom rather than Psychoframe.
Really?
Yes, it's because it is 100% an anti-Psychomu weapon.
Ah.
It has, in fact, can generate a field that blocks Psychomu stuff.
Well, yeah, I know that. There's the
and it would
barrier
block its own.
But okay. So off we go. To L1 Lagrange points, Palau. Yes. The mining asteroid Palau. This would be, I believe, the governor's office or something along those lines. Let's see. Ah, yes. I heard that in the former former leader of Zeon's personal retreat, of Al Boaku, there was a room like this. It would appear as if the governor of Palau, here was an incredibly ardent sympathizer with the former members of the Principality of Zeon. However, humanity must look towards its own future. It has nothing to do with our personal interests. I feel that that is one of the most important qualities of any who would take up command. I feel that the commander is the same, though. Of course he is the same type. After all, well, he understands his position well, and moves to carry out his duties he has been given. I've brought along the prisoner. Thank you for your work. Captain, Lieutenant Merida, please fall back.
Jeez, seriously?
Well then. Excuse us.
Worst comes to worst, I'll go with Twitch on my phone.
What's wrong? Please, have a seat. Are you feeling ill? After all, I've heard it was quite difficult to remove you from that Gundam. Do you not feel like sitting down for a drink with the person you were previously trying to kill, Banagher Lynx? That's a good reaction. However, you need to learn to look beyond such as things. After all, that's an important quality for a pilot. Excuse me, but are you hiding some kind of a scar or something behind that mask of yours? If you aren't, then I'd like to see what you look like without it on. Phew! No, it's fine, Lieutenant Angelo. Oh. After all, Roger here is only speaking of politeness. Is this acceptable? Char-hasnable? I'm often told that we look very similar. After all, well, there was a reason I was chosen to be his body double after all. I said after all twice there, didn't I? Oh well. His body double? Even so, there are still slight differences between us. This mask of mine serves as a method of hiding those, and you can also think of it as something like a fashion accessory. Someone who is created to take advantage of the legend and personality of Char Aznable. You can think of me as a kind of propaganda for Zeon. Since there aren't any people around me who are quite as honest as you most of the time, I completely forget to take it off. Allow me to apologize for the impolite nature of that. No. So you're the one who took that mobile suit from the Vist Foundation. But there are still too many points we do not know about the fact that you were entrusted with the unicorn. After all, you should already know that that is something that was originally supposed to be received by us. So why then did Cardius Vist choose you to be the one to receive the key to Laplace's box? Laplace's box? Audrey said something about that too. It was merely an idle thought. Please forget it. The way that I got that mobile suit is exactly like I told you beforehand. I don't know anything. Like I told the people who brought me here. I don't know anything else about it. Let's see. I do honestly wish to believe the fact that Cardius Vist entrusted that to you. After all, if that's the case, there must certainly be some reason for it. For example, it could be someone who's related to the Vist Foundation, perhaps. I have a right to refuse that question, don't I? Phew! I told you before to stop, Angelo. Don't make light of the commander, brat! Just as you say, you do not have a need. You have a right to refuse to answer. However, so long as we do require information from you, if necessary, we will use alternative means to drag it out of you. What meaning is there in the unicorn? Does it have something to do with that Laplace's box thing? I thought I had told you before to forget about that, Banagher. At the very least, tell me one thing. Is the unicorn important enough to move all of Neo Zeon? After all, that's the reason you've been committing these terrorist acts and single-sidedly slaughtering civilians? There's nothing that could be worth that much, is there? The answer to your question is a yes. After all, we require it in order to change the twisted logic that the Federation has forced onto us and bring about true freedom for all space noids. It is precisely for that reason that Char Aznable has returned to being our Supreme Commander. You're wrong. You may be Char Aznable's bodyguard and body double, but you're completely different from him. The man I met at Glendenian there, he had a heat about him, a passion, like he was someone who was truly alive. But you, how dare you mock the commander? I do not care, Angelo. After all, it merely seems as though Banagher is seeing through to my true self here. However, you are still young. There are plenty of things you do not know about this world. For example, well, even about the people that are so close to you here. Huh? There are still plenty of things you need to learn. I would like for you to learn more about us. If possible, I'd like for you even to collaborate with us in the future. You said before that I'm different than the Supreme Commander, did you not? See. However, I am nothing more than an empty vessel. Well, one who can hold the feelings and rage of all of the space noids who were discarded to space. Yes, a vessel that shall receive the feelings of that which is known as Zeon. If they truly desire it, then I shall become charismable. This mask is but a tool to that end. Excuse me. I'll leave Captain, I'd like to leave Banagher to you. Try and show him around Palau, would you? Understood. Let's go. Like someone who is truly alive. What a strange way of putting things. However, he shall eventually... However, when will humanity learn, I wonder, the truth of the man known as Charasnable? L1 space. The Largama's briefing room. Alright, this concludes our briefing on the operation to invade Palau. Let's see. Yes. The outcome of this operation is riding on the Neo Largama. We're counting on you, Captain Otto. Understood. We'll commence the operation in 4 hours' time. Everyone, make your preparations. Is this truly alright, Captain? All we can do is try and do this after all. See. Next semester, Alberto there. We're even getting pressure from Anaheim here. Covering the Unicorn. I have no objections with this operation. However, we're going to be treating this as a hostage rescue operation. Yeah. After all, we've all got a debt to that kid from back when we escaped Industrial 7, don't we? Guess that's right. Looks like the time's finally come to pay back that little kid. It'll be fine, Audrey. I'll be sure to rescue Banagher. I'm counting on you. What could it be? Do you have some other worry here? Huh? About that. But ever since we've come up into space, yes, you seem to have been worried this entire time, Miss Audrey. It's difficult to talk to us about it. Or at least try and talk about it with Miss Suzune. If it's alright with you, wouldn't you talk with me? After all. Oh, I'd hate for there to be anything I have left undone when I deploy here. I'm going to be attacking Palau, right? Right now it's currently a base for Neo Zeon, after all. However, it's still a mining colony. There are plenty of people living there who are completely unrelated to the military. You know about Palau? Yes. Don't worry, Audrey. After all, our only objective here is to rescue Banagher. We don't intend to attack any of the civilian blocks, and we'll take the we'll keep the surrounding damage to an absolute minimum. I can understand your ideals, but isn't that something that's difficult to achieve in reality? Even so, we'll do it. After all, we don't intend to start a war here. We'll go ahead and prove that to Char now. I agree with Captain Amuro. After all, for the people who are living there in Palau, that place is their precious home, isn't it? All we're here to do is take out Neo Zeon. We promise you that, Audrey. So you should just stay here and... Wait. Don't worry about it. Everyone. That's how it is. Won't you trust us? Yes. How foolish. Huh? simple problem of logistics. If you were to attack the civilian blocks, they'd have to divide their firepower in order to protect them. And if you start a panic amongst the citizens, the success rate of this operation would dramatically increase. That's wrong, Jin. It's not wrong. But even so, if you think that's so, then just watch the way that Z-Blue fights. Even if we don't do something like that, we'll be sure to rescue Banagher. Shinji. It's just like Shinji says, Jin. You know, huh? So even you intend to deny me here? Hasn't it, Jin? I think he just wants Jin to know the way that we fight. After all, you're an ally, aren't you? You're a member of Z-Blue already. Ally? And Banagher is too. So, we'll get this everything we've got. I hope you just pray that this goes well. Yeah. Back to Palau. Civilian blocks. Hahaha. I'm sorry there. After all, well, my son wound up blowing up at you at dinner there, didn't he? This is a Neo Zeon base, and I am cooperating with the Federation military after all. I guess so. But even so, even if the Federation and Zeon are fighting, it doesn't mean that you and I are fighting here. So, don't worry about it too much. I'll take care of him from here. Hurry up and head back to your house, Goboa. Alright. It's my first time being back home in a while. Oh. So I guess the kids are going to be happy to see me. Back at his house, you said it. There's no such thing as a justified war. Right. You intend... I don't have any proof, huh? No, you don't intend to validate that, huh? No matter how much Zeon may be saying is for the sake of liberating the space noids. If they start a war, plenty of people are going to die. Even though Zeon says that this war's for the only reason the war started is because of the Federation. That's just wrong, isn't it? It's not right! What you're saying isn't wrong. There's no such thing as a justified war. But even so, well, justness alone cannot save people. Huh? If you're talking about the first space pioneers, they're the people who'd lost their place on Earth. Whether due to overcrowding, political reforms, they're all the people with nowhere left to go. See? Back when the Universal Century started on the UCW, it was supposed to be known as the Century of the Gods, or so they claimed. But in order for people to survive out in the dark emptiness of space, they needed a guiding light. Light? People cannot live without light. And so, the people who were discarded into space eventually found a light that served as their god. The brilliant light that was known as Zeon. They needed something like that to exist. In order to survive in this despair-filled and unfulfilling world. Let's see. Thinking they could survive without something to keep on guiding them, or some hope for the future is completely impossible. Well, there may be people who think that we're foolish. If that's their own opinion, It honestly could go either way. It's humanity alone that possesses a god. I know a person who once said that. The ability to transcend the now. The inner god known as possibility. But a romanticist. If you didn't believe deeply in both humanity and the world, I don't think you could say that. I'm certain he must have been a kind man. Looks like I've said a bit much here. Must be since I've been off my mission for the first time in a while. Can I ask your name? Marita. Miss Marita, do you also pilot mobile suits? Whenever we're short-staffed. Oh, I'm sorry. Drunk guy just bumps into him on the street. What's wrong? No. That man there just seemed kind of drunk and crashed into me. He handed me a memo? But this is... Chapter 24. The Raid on Palau. Choose your one battleship. Let's see. It appears as if the enemies have noticed our approach. Launch squadrons to intercept. Those are interesting looking. All units, prepare for launch. Hurry!
Yeah, I'm not sure what those things are.
Neither am I. We can check that in a minute. Alright, the operation will go just as the briefing said. At this point in time, we'll have the Neo Zeon head towards the designated point. Once we reach the point, the main ship will fire its hyper mega particle cannon. And in the chaos there, we'll let Banagher links extract. Did Neo Zeon had a weapon like that? I heard that it's rather difficult to deal with the energy consumption problems. Being able to target accurately is even more difficult than with the Macross cannon. But that's part of what makes it so useful for this operation. I see. So if we're able to get it to that point, they ought to be able to take out the military installations with pinpoint accuracy. Besides, we've got our promised foundry to keep here. Let's go! Be sure to fix your own mistakes yourself. Just wait for me, Banagher. Alright, one of our operatives inside Palau has already briefed Banagher on the operation. While we're busy raising Rex out here, he'll have to get himself to the extraction point. Alright, so it's our job to guide the Neo Zeon as it gets to the designated point and take out the defense lines. There are 4 minutes left until the operation starts. It's just like you heard. Got to get the Neo Zeon to that point within 4 minutes! Neo Zeon, full speed! Everyone work counting on you to escort us! So, get the Neo Zeon to the designated point within 4 turns. This our point is clear all enemies within 3.
Clear all enemies? I thought it was get it there within 3.
Yep, it's clear all enemies, then get it there. Yeah, the SR point is clear all the enemies within 3 turns, and then getting the Neo Zeon to the designated point is just, you have to do it. Banagher and the Unicorn. What sort of meaning do they have? Was the Unicorn's capture part of Char's plan? No, it was not.
It's really weird having full frontal and char in the same area.
You know, though, I really didn't hate full frontal until I saw him in this, acting alongside Char.
He's not a terrible char clone, he's just a char clone.
Form. No.
What?
Won't have enough range.
Yeah. What made you suddenly hate?
So part of the reason I didn't, hate full frontal is because of...
The fact that you saw Unicorn first?
That's part of it. But it has to do with that line of his there that we went through of how he's basically just acting as a vessel here. If the people need me to be Charizable, then I'll do it. That he's just, playing a role here that needs to be done. But seeing him alongside the real Charizable, who does not really like him at all, that made me think, yeah, he's not really so good of a person. It's more the thing of, seeing him alongside the guy he's supposed to be, and how very, very different the two of them are. Oh, it's those!
What? Oh, it's those.
Yeah. The only reason we know what on earth that is because of what's been in Battle Operation. PS4 game. Free PS4 game that we played a little bit of. They are space use only, and I believe they are draw Cs.
That's at least what the ones were, but I think that was an older version.
No, this is still a draw C. It's just a sleeves version, which is painted a garish pink for some reason.
To match the Gaza Seas.
Could be. The ones we saw in Battle Operation were purple.
Purple-blue.
And that's a far prettier color than the pink of these. They have a Gatling gun, that's all.
Okay, yeah, from
Draw
Unicorn.
C from Unicorn. Well, of course that one is from Unicorn. It's got the sleeves mark embroidered. I was going to say embroidered, but no, emblazoned upon its chest.
Oh, you actually have something to say.
Just watch, Jin. After all, we are fighting in order to destroy our enemies. We want to stop the fight from spreading as much as possible. That's the way that we're fighting. Shinji and Jin get along.
Shinji has a support group in this.
Mm-hmm.
This is fun.
The
Man,
draw
that's
C.
just-
Yeah, the sleeves customs are all pink and purple for some reason, as opposed to the dark blue of the standard draw C. Oh. Wow.
What?
Draw C's are hunks of junk. The draw C is from Stardust Memory,
Ah.
and yet they're still using them here. That's a suit that's, 13 years old. 13 years old and still in use, and not, a super high-power prototype.
I was gonna say, I mean, to be fair,
Oh no, that makes it even worse. I won't waver anymore. I'll just do what I have to here. Even if I'm going to have to fight Lieutenant Quattro because of it.
I mean, act guys are still in use.
So, it's particularly weird that draw Cs are still in use with what they are. See, that's pretty strong.
Yeah.
He gets 40% bonus damage when he does that, so... You dealt way more damage than Camille did. Although part of that's due to the essence space, I'd say.
Yeah. Due to the fact that we're a
Thruster module. So, the Draw Seas, the official description of them is a high-speed assault suit developed by the Delos fleet to augment their combat strength. Often used for patrols, reconnaissance, and sabotage. Reflecting the fleet's lack of resources, it is primarily assembled using the body of a Zaku 2 and parts from a space-use bomber. So it's not even a proper mobile suit. It's cobbled together scrap. And yet they're still using it 13 years later.
It works. It technically works.
Technically. And the parts they used are typically from damaged machines or bits they didn't have enough of. So they really are just scrapped.
At least all of these are super weak.
Yeah. On the upside, thanks to the fact that it's designed for high mobility, their mono eye is designed with a wider field of view.
Zaku.
How on earth do you send one see out of this thing?
It doesn't even have full 360-degree monitors.
What a benefit for the pilots. I can't remember where that was introduced, the 360 panoramic. Because I'm pretty sure Amuro's did not have the 360-degree panoramic cockpit.
No, I don't.
I'm pretty sure Camille didn't either, but I think I saw something about them adding it in a new translation.
He certainly had one in Zeta, in double Zeta at least. But then again, that's double Zeta.
See, panoramic cockpit. Oh, there we go. That explains it. The Alex.
The Alex.
Yes, so the original Gundam did not have a 360-degree panoramic cockpit, but the Alex started it. It wouldn't become a standard thing until the mid-80s.
So Zeta probably did.
Yeah. Even if the Mark II didn't.
What do you think about the Alex?
What do I think about the Alex?
Yeah.
Not bad, certainly. I mean, the thing I like about it most is its shield arm. And the fact that part of its shield pops away to reveal a triple-barrel Gatling gun in its arm. I just personally like gimmicks like that. Is it of any use? Probably not much, but it's a cool thing.
The gimmicks that aren't hyper-gimmicky.
Yeah. Although, as evidenced by the new Ghost in the Shell movie, or Ghost in the Shell, the new movie, or whatever they call it, that may actually be kind of a crappy idea to do things like that.
Which one is that?
That's the one based on Rise.
Okay.
Yeah, not the live-action one.
I was thinking for a second.
Not the upcoming
I
one.
don't think it's live-action one.
But the one that is based on Rise.
I think even this should count.
I did. So the thing is, they deliberately mentioned at one point, as the Major had come back in after a mission and was really, really busted up. Partially because of this special gear she had equipped. She had installed special limbs that were designed with, hidden guns and such. And they deliberately mention, Major, I thought you didn't use weapon-installed limbs because they have a whole lot lower breaking strength. I mean, think about it. Rather than having, a solid limb or extra pistons and stuff, you've got to have a bunch of empty space to conceal the weapon.
Yeah.
So while that may be a cool thing, probably not practical. You've confirmed all enemy squadrons are destroyed. If we don't get to the point, everything will be for waste. Let's hurry! This is impossible, this operation! Hey, you're the one who said you wanted us to get the unicorn back, pal!
I believe this is turn 2.
Yep.
Yep, it's turn 2.
You're probably going to need to accelerate, but...
I can't.
Well, we'll do it within 4 turns.
The Nail Argama physically cannot accelerate.
Yes, because it's super low level.
Because it can't kill anything.
You may want... I was going to say, you may want to try and rearrange your units for when enemy reinforcements arrive.
I mean, I don't know where they're going to arrive from, so...
Alright. The Nail Argama's reached the target point. Counting on you, Captain Otto. Alright, 6 movement. Focus all energy on the Hyper Mega Particle Cannon. Hyper Mega Particle Cannon, ready to fire. Cosmic to all units. Please be careful of the target area. 3, 2, 1. It's quite a weapon. Did we do it? Hurry up, Banagher! Found you, Unicorn. They just recover me, this operation won't end. Can't afford to stay here. Neither me, nor you. Pleasure links! Miss Marita? That attack from Z Blue is in order to rescue you and the Unicorn. Please, let me go, Miss Marita! If you don't get the Unicorn back, Z Blue won't go away! That's nothing more than your logic. You really think they'll leave a Neo Zeon base alone? Please, just think about trying to end the fighting here. That's right, everyone who lives here, Palau. Oh, Mr. Gabo and his family are going to get dragged into this. That's just your reasoning. You're the one who kidnapped the princess! Ah! What was that impact? Now's my chance. Pleasure links! I'm not doing a good job with her voice. Pleasure! We've confirmed the Unicorn! Successfully escaped! Alright. What's left is to retrieve it. Wait a minute. We see some shadows behind Palau. They believe to be pursuers. Quite a hodgepodge band. Lambda driver equipped unit. Karan? Exactly right, Kasim. I've been waiting to meet you again. Why on earth are you here? You're asking why mercenaries on the battlefield? Isn't it obvious? So the remnants of the Meramai army in the Astrakius galaxy are here too? What the hell's happening? Is the Martial Church joined hands with Neo Zeon? God of Battle. Marshal. I'll take care of you later though, Kasim. For now though, I need to take care of this request. Please, get out of the way! If you don't, Palau's going to turn into a battlefield! Not sure? Support fire? This way! Hurry, Banagher! Lieutenant Dakaza? Hurry up! I've got pursuers on your tail! Yeah! Lieutenant Dakaza? But why are you... What are you talking about? Operations like this are the Echo's specialty. Besides... Besides? No, it's fine. That's a personal matter. My mission is to back you up once you've escaped and take you safely back to the Nail Argama. Let's hurry, Lieutenant Dakaza. Can't afford to let Palau turn into a battlefield. I feel exactly the same. And so does that Audrey girl as well. Audrey does? Within 3 minutes we've got to return to the Nail Argama. Get a move on! Yeah! The Unicorn successfully rendezvoused with Lieutenant Dakaza. Making use of the Nail Argama and the main squad to distract them and having the Echoes infiltrate Palau. Looks like it went well. Alright. Great. Nail Argama will wait at this position for the Unicorn. Everyone, keep moving! Don't bother with the mercenaries. Please think about getting the unicorn out of here. I won't let you get away, little pure white beauty. Charon, you! Let's enjoy this custom. After all, very soon absolutely everywhere is going to be a battlefield. Get the unicorn to the Nail Argama. Don't let Banagher die.
Yeah, no, particularly good for that.
Nope. There are no spots where that will go, you know, brilliantly. When you have a moment, check out our new unit. So, we now have Lieutenant Dugza in a Lodo. He has Prevail level 5, Support Attack level 2, and Bullet Save. His ace bonus is everyone in the same team as him takes only 80% damage and gains plus 20% accuracy.
It's a repair unit.
Yeah, it's a repair unit with machine guns and a missile launcher assist attack.
Gotta be honest, I don't remember it in the series in the slightest.
I smack you for just a second and say, we just watched the first 2 episodes of Unicorn recently, remember?
No, because I only saw the first one.
Right. It probably showed up in the second. Anyways, yeah, the Lodo is a unit that transforms between mobile suit mode and tank mode. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that in the slightest.
Yeah, it's literally just a tank. Let's see. The DDC Loto. Yeah, there's some mobile suit mode.
Yeah.
And tank mode.
I mean, that's actually a pretty decent transformation.
Yeah, it actually looks, you know, like a tank when it's in tank mode. I mean, its chest is protruding slightly in a way that might give you a hint that something's off. But it is uncommonly good for a transforming mobile suit.
It looks quite a bit better than, what's it called? Than the gun tank.
Ooh, definitely leagues ahead of the gun tank.
I know people love the gun tank, but...
Let's remember, this is, you know, 16 years after the gun tank. 15, 16 years after the gun tank was developed, so...
Yes, but gun tanks were still used.
I don't think they were still using gun tanks during the time of the Third Neo Zeon War, but...
I believe they did.
At the very least, I
Earth.
don't think any gun tanks show up in Unicorn. I could definitely be wrong about that, but...
What?
There are 3 types of Loda. There's Standard, there's Long Cannon, and there's Mega Machine
Just to check
Cannon.
again, victory condition is get the unicorn to nail Argama.
Yep.
Alright, so I will be ignoring that for a bit.
If you do it within 3 turns, you get bonus Z chips.
Yeah, as I said, ignore it for a bit.
Just Lodo's a special operations mobile suit. Because, I mean, really, what else would it be for? It's kind of weird. Wait, really?
What?
Isn't that... Give me just a moment.
Something you'd like to share with the class?
In just a moment. Huh. Okay. That's weird. So, according to official sources, the Lodo was developed by the SNRI, Strategic Naval Research Institute, who would be most commonly known as those guys who created the F-91. Yeah.
Oh, we can't move.
Yeah, no. But it should have its... It might have its Hyper Mega Particle Cannon now. It probably does. Yes, it does indeed have the Hyper Mega Particle Cannon map attack.
Oh, that's actually pretty decent.
Mm-hmm. And it only requires 110 will and 40 energy, thanks to ace bonuses. Yes, that ace
half
bonus.
upgrade.
Half upgrade, yeah. Otherwise, it would take 120 will and 70 energy per shot, which is pretty massive. At 40 energy, you can afford to fire it like 6 times. Yes. Supposedly, the Loda was designed for the Special Forces Echoes for 3 criteria. It's small size for stealthiness, requires the ability to function as a troop carrier, which is part of why it's, you know, got the... whatchamacallit,
Tank mode.
tank mode, I'd imagine. And lastly, it needs high mobility for swift deployment. They wound up using the data from it to create their later on mobile suits, which include, as mentioned before, the F-91. F-91's just, you know, slightly famous.
Just slightly.
It's not like it was, you know, had its own series or anything like that. Ha ha ha.
It's 'cause it didn't.
I thought you were going to use Instinct. Camille's the one who's going to get hit, not Rushako.
Yeah, I was just trying to increase both their hit chances. Matter.
Would have been very nice if Rushako would hit. So yes, the Lodo has a compartment for its back for up to 8 soldiers that exit via foldable loading ramp.
Alright, most people are on the right level.
The tank mode makes it far easier for them to actually deploy their soldiers. Lock on plus. You don't want him to be there, though.
Yeah, I do.
That's a Sabiki.
Oh, right. Just
Yeah, one to the side. Because he support attacks with himself. Also, do you want to swap the pilots of the aquarium?
It doesn't really matter.
As for who gets the PP and such. Huh. The Lodo's supposed to be a 3-man suit?
This aquarium is a pain.
It's just you have to remember to do a couple of things. Goodbye, Gowron. Adapter acquired. We'll be seeing him later. Looks like this is the limits of this test model, huh? Here we go, Ron. Why don't you fight for Neo Zeon? Didn't I tell you before? It is obvious for a mercenary to be on the battlefield. Later then, Kasim. I'll be sure to enjoy you a lot more later.
I just have to say, Gowron doesn't sound even a quarter that insane.
That man. So Marshall's joined up with Neo Zeon? They believe that people in humanity can only advance through battles, don't they? I bet they're pleased that war's starting up here. I can't imagine that man would believe in God. Then why on earth would he be fighting alongside the Martial Church? It's a good question.
Wagamatia.
What?
Wagamatia.
Okay. Okay, for a minute I thought you were making a was joke of Wagamao there, but...
No, that's what gets said so frequently in Shining Heresy.
I am Marshall.
It was their way of hailing the church.
Okay. All I can do is kind of shrug. But if that's what the loonies have decided to do, who are we to go against them? After all, loonies will be loonies. But I really can't think of the Lodo as a three-man suit. Because quite clearly it's standard MS size. And there isn't even a single mobile suit which requires or can even have two pilots. Can you think of any standard mobile suits that have two pilots or more?
No, but I'm sure there is one.
Yeah, there's got to be a couple of others out there, but I do not know of any other multi-man mobile suits. Mobile armors, sure.
Isn't that?
Should be, I believe. Fight spreading? Hurry up, Banagher! What?
What?
Oh. I bet it's that you had to have him next to it and have the nail orgama physically drag him in. That sounds so stupid, doesn't it? There we go.
Well, goodbye 50Z chips.
Oh well. It's not well spelled
Actually,
out.
I think that's still maybe 3 turns.
No, because he had that thing, I don't think it did. Recovered the unicorn! Arthen. Nail full retreat! Recover all of our units! That is so stupid. Oh well. So the unicorn's left, hmm? It is unfortunate that Lieutenant Merida had an accident and was unable to deploy. It does not matter. We shall merely have the Grand Sierras pursue. And then, Banagher will be able to unlock the true power of the unicorn. L2. Axis. Char Aznable's private room. It's actually pretty nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you for your efforts, Nanai. I'll be sure to read your reports about Kess later. That girl's skills are the real deal. There are some things to worry about with her personality-wise, but I'm certain she'll be able to become a splendid weapon. Is that so? Are you upset about using new types as weapons of war? Do you think I'm naive for feeling that way? Both Yune and Kess have arrived at Axis here. Both of them are young and incredibly skilled. I'm thinking of sending them off to Lady Haman. Yune seems to want to raise his own skills. Haman would be able to make good use of him. And what do you intend to do about full frontal? I understand what you're trying to say, Nanai. But for now I shall leave him to act as he wishes. See. In today's battle, it appears as if he used members of the martial church that he'd privately hired. The god from the Astragus galaxy, hmm? It may be true that, as they say, humanity evolves through battle. fitting god that may be for someone who uses new types as tools of war. Captain. However, we are space noids. See? By believing in the limitless future that's stretching ahead of us, we no longer have need of something that can be referred to as a god. After all, the inner god known as possibility has already killed the gods of the past. And right now, Captain, you will destroy the Federation and create a new order. For now, we shall allow Frontal to do as he wishes. After all, there are plenty of people who believe in him right now. And if he does indeed attempt to acquire Laplace's box for himself, that means he shall clash against Z Blue. Of course, if Z Blue goes down so easily, then things will be difficult for all of us. Do you already know the contents of the box, Captain? I do not know the specific details. It's highly likely that the only person in the world who knows the true contents of it are the late Cardius Vist. An existence that can influence the entire world. Laplace's box. It appears as if Frontal has completely bought into the legend. And then it's hiding yet another truth. Truth? See. While I was pursuing the truth of the death of my father, Zeon Daikun, I found out a fair bit about the assassination of the first Federation president. You're saying that there's another thing linking these two deaths despite the fact... Another fact linking the two deaths of the top leaders of their age? In order to unravel the full mysteries of that, Laplace's box may be necessary. However, when I investigated the backgrounds of both assassinations, that word was there. The assassination of the Federation and Neo Zeon's heads. Laplace's box. But even so, even without relying on something as unknown as that, the world can still be changed. For now, I intend to leave Frontal to the front lines. Understood. Very soon, a private friend of mine will be coming. I'm sorry, Nanai, but could I ask you to leave for a while? Understood. Please excuse me. Laplace's box. Well, I definitely have doubts about its existence. A mysterious item or knowledge that could instantly change the power balance of this world. No, that's not something that I should say here, is it? At the very least, it's true that its existence has had quite the effect on human history here. So you've arrived. I suppose I should say it's been a while, Lieutenant Quattro. As I am right now, I'm Char Aznable. Please refer to me as such. Well then, allow me to ask you, Char. Can you change this twisted world? At the very least, I only took on this name because I have the resolve to do that. Very well. I shall trust what I see with these eyes of mine. That is the only reason I had you come, after all. There is something I would like to request of you. Will you listen to me? If you're asking us to participate as a part of Neo Zeon, we'll have to refuse. That isn't it. There's something I would like for you to investigate for me. Is it them? So you've already heard from Sumeragi Lee Noriega. It's precisely as you imagined, Zero. I wish for you to pursue the UG, and those who lie beyond it. those who lie beyond it. That is right. Although even if I say that, all I can do is imagine it. Back to L1 space. Banagher. I'm back, Audrey. I must thank you and everyone at Z-Blue. Thank you for not engulfing Palau in a sea of flames. The princess that Marita was talking about. So was that really Audrey? The Lotless's box that Full Frontal was talking about? What on earth is it? Banagher! This guy, we were worried about you, you know? Camille, Shin, and everyone. Well, at the very least, it's good to know you're okay. Besides, if anything happened to you, we couldn't show our face to society again, could we? Or Mika and the others. Oh, come on, 2-0. But it seems as if you're just as happy as Audrey that Banagher's safe. Aren't you, Miss Mikot? Even Quattro? It's fine, isn't it, Mikot? Just be happy about it. Isn't that nice, Banagher? You're able to meet with everyone again like this. Returning home alive is the top job of a soldier. We've carried out your mission successfully. Haha, sorry, Banagher. We didn't want to drag things down like that. Thanks, everyone. Seems like things were quite tough for you as well, Lieutenant Dagaza. It is true that we were able to retrieve the unicorn, but we can't let down our guard. Yes. The lack of resistance as we escaped was completely unnatural. Does that mean that Neo Zeon was able to achieve their goal in capturing the unicorn? Since the only person who can move the unicorn, Banagher doesn't know anything. I can't imagine that, but... looks like we'll have to stay on guard. I suppose so. But even if it is temporary, we ought to at least be happy for what we have now. I feel the same, Lieutenant. What is this feeling? I see everyone laughing and enjoying themselves like this. Feels like even I'm getting fired up. That's it, Jin. Of course, Jin. After all, you're a member of Z-Blue too, aren't you? Huh? Even if you don't say it, we'll understand, Jin. After all, we feel the same as you. Right now, we can just go ahead and laugh with everyone else. It's because we're friends. Friends? Yeah. Such unease I've felt for the past few days. Does this have something to do with what I saw in my dreams? Barjin Badbire. If he's the cause of it, then that must mean he's... So, stage complete. You're going to get 16 teams for the next chapter.
Deploys, of course.
Camille and the Unicorn.
Alright, then for the specific stage. Yeah, that was up for a bit.
I had him in the Delta Plus for a good chunk of time. So, just as a side note for people, Lieutenant Dagaza, he's one of the guys who's fated to die. But in classic Super Robot Wars fashion, if you do a secret, you can keep him alive. That is in fact part of the reason we are playing on New Game Plus. Because otherwise, I would probably have forced a route split in order to keep him alive. So I like him. I like him and Marita. I do not want them to die. Firebomber disc. Yes. In good news, part of the reason Camille's display is because we should be getting the Zeta here.
Yep.
And everyone loves the Zeta.
That for now. You know what? You go ahead and take the DC charger.
Alright.
I used the photon cannon enough. Actually, that's not best if I mess up.
I mean, it depends how much he gets hit.
Yeah, sure. We'll not up now.
My god, Cats is going to be aced.
Cats is going to be an ace.
What even is Cats' ace bonus?
I don't think anyone knows.
There we go. Top there. That's halfway. Spirit Command Disturbance costs 40 SP.
Wow, that's just as terrible as cats.
No, it isn't. Disturbance typically costs 50 to 60. That's the one that halves all enemy hit rates.
Yeah, I know. Don't think there's anything I can immediately say that I was looking for. So, save. D-Trader. Go. Happy Ace
Happy
Pilot.
Ace Pilot.
Cats.
Congratulations, Master Cats. With this, I'm a top-class pilot as well. Oh, people can't treat me like a little kid anymore. Even if you say that, however, both Master Bright and Master Amuro have known you since you were a child, were you not? Have they not? In their minds, at least, I doubt they will ever be free. We shall ever be free of the image of the crybaby cats. Wait a minute, AG. Why do you know about my past? Well then, I wonder about that. At the very least, please do be careful. Happy Ace Pilot. Congratulations, Master Dakuza. To think that a member of the Echoes would be an ace. No. As expected, Master Dakuza. After all, you were not chosen as the commander of the Echoes just for show, were you not? I see. What could it be, Master Dakuza? That you're the type of person who gets easily embarrassed when praised? That might be the case. After all, I've had quite a bit of success in war. But my troop isn't often praised for what we've done. So you are unusually pure or are you not? Be sure not to tell any of the others. Yes. And if, by chance, some of this information should leak to an outside source, you understand what will happen. Yes! After all, even I do not wish to die! Thank you for your hard work, Master Dakuza. It's been the first time in a while that we have seen the strength of the Echoes. Is she being sarcastic? No, not at all, sir. It is merely that recently, you have not had much of a chance to show off your skills. I'm just gonna say it here. We of the infantry squadron have been doing the same sort of stuff as the 21st Century Defense Corporation. Helping evacuate the citizens, going out on scouting and the like, you know? After all, well, it's not just the people who get in the robots and fight and slug it out who are the fighting members of Z Blue. Besides, needs for a robot like you. Stop it already, Conroy. You're just going to get sucked into his flow, sucked into the flow here. Yes. But as things are right now, we're understaffed. Using that loader we picked up with Lindenian, I'll be piloting the mobile suit from here on out. So I leave the role of Commander of the Echoes to you from here. Understood, Captain. If you are infantry members, and rather than fighting in mobile suits, You could attempt fighting in normal suits. Did you say something? No, not at all. Oh, all I'm here to do is fulfill my role as a dimensional merchant. Well then, today as well. Let's get to selling. We did not get the 50 bonus chips, but it's okay.
I mean, it's only 50.
Yeah. So,
Let's go.
off we go. It is now July 8th. It's been almost a week. We're still in L1 space. It looks like that full frontal guy wants Laplace's box. It's supposed to be hidden in the unicorn? Cardius Vist. The reason my father was going to hand the unicorn over to Neo Zeon, does it have something to do with the box? My daughter said the reason she was visiting the Vist Foundation was in order to try and stop the war. If that's the case, then what should I do? Do I try and carry on my father's will? Or should I try and cooperate with Audrey? What's wrong, Banagher? You're making a difficult face there. Ensign Riddy? And Mr. Camille? Ever since we escaped from Palau, he was spending a lot more time worrying like that. If you're really that worried about things, then why don't you just stop piloting the unicorn? What are you saying, Camille? After all, you're the only one who can decide that. You understand, right, Banagher? Yeah? What a waste. I mean, come on. And if Banagher gets tough piloting the unicorn, he'll really die. He'll die for real. After all, Zeeblue can't exactly afford to lose something as powerful as that right now. I believe that a power that's too strong will only result in more wars. But isn't it true that it's an overwhelming power like that that's also what can stop them? That? Something like that? Or Wodan? If that's the case, then why don't you tell me? How do you think we can end this war? It's not as if I'm saying this to try and tease you or something. After all, anyone can try and spout forth ideals, but I'm a soldier. The only way that a soldier knows in order to stop a war is to win against their enemy. I'm fighting in order to try and do that. Seems like a lot of stuff happened at Palau, so you should still try and get some rest. Don't worry. I'll be sure to fill in the hole you've left behind. Thank you, Ensign. That Banagher, even though he's got so much strength he doesn't want to fight. Did he receive some sort of mental conditioning after being captured by the enemy? Alright. Take some as well, Jin. What is this? It's a special type of Japanese sweets. Strawberry Daifuku. It's incredibly sweet. Sweet and delicious. This mix of chewiness and sweetness. To think that someone could be able to create something this delicious? How terrifying the rare igglers are. Jin, you've got red bean paste around your mouth. Look! Don't touch me! Ah, I'm sorry. I was just startled. How? Oh. Feels like my arms come loose. Ow! No. Ow! My arm came off. Don't worry. I can quickly fix it. Don't worry about it, Jin. After all... Oh. My arm just has a habit of falling off here. Yeah. What on earth is with that body? Yeah. The regulars are so incredible. How is it, Jin? You seem to be enjoying yourself. Yes. It looks like you're getting along pretty well with Shinji. Is it because you're two of a kind? Nah, come on, Misato. After all, When it comes to Jin, rather than getting along with Shinji, it seems like he's getting along with Yunaha, doesn't it? He's already been able to get a girlfriend? What's with the kids these days? Alright, you two. Well, even if this is personal time, please don't be drinking so much. What is it? We're getting a lecture from Miss Suzune now? We haven't drunk that much. Not at all. After all, the two of us have both drunk. I've only drunk about... I'm not quite sure what measurement they're using, but I think they've had a case of beer, maybe? It says das. I have no idea.
Considering the two of them, they could have easily had multiple kegs.
You've already had more than enough. Look, Jin's trembling over there. I'm sorry, Jin. I leave Shinji to you. After all, if you make that kid cry, Big Sis here won't forgive you. Yeah. To think that a splendid battlefield commander and turned squadron leader would be able to go this crazy? How deep are the rare eclairs? Oh, Jin! Ah! Come to think of it, this is your first time seeing Mrs. Andretti Form, isn't it? It's fine. After all, it's not as if I'm going to step on you. I thought that she was a tiny person, but how did she grow up so much? Regulars are way too huge. What is it? What are you, Juikari? What am I? Answer. A friend? He smiles and walks away. What was that? I don't understand the rare clues at all. That's unusual. Ayanami doesn't really talk to other people on her own most of the time. Is that so? I'm certain that she's just worried about you, Jin. Huh? Jin and Shinji. They look like they get along pretty well, don't they? Jin. He seems like the sort of person who has trouble getting along with people, doesn't he? But it looks like he'll be fine. Once we get back to Tokyo 2, I think we'll have him participate in the volunteer club activities as well. I'm looking forward to this. You're all fired up, Captain. I'm leaving you to back me up, Vice Captain. Heh, but it looks like the only reason Jin's getting along with all of us is because of Shinji, huh? I guess so. Now, is it just because of Shinji? You're right. After all, I think it's because Yunaha's there too, don't you? It's just, whenever I look at Jin, I think back to how I used to be. Huh? After all, it isn't as if I was able to disappear from the start. Back when I first transferred in, and everyone tried talking to me, but I was too embarrassed and couldn't talk with anyone. As a result of that, I wound up being completely isolated. Didn't want anyone to see me at all. So I just thought, I don't need to be seen by anyone. And so that became serious. It was something like that. So that's the truth behind Yunaha's optical camouflage? So that's how it is. I know that I'm the person who's in the wrong. I just didn't want to trample over everyone who's trying to be nice to me. So, I'm worried about Jin whenever I see him. It's fine, Yunaha. After all, both you and Jin are our precious comrades. That's right. After all, everyone's trying to talk to Jin, aren't they? Just look at it. Looks like someone weird showed up now. Hey. Kaien? It isn't you, Shinji. The one I need to talk to is the newbie. About me? I'll cut straight to the chase. Who the hell are you? My name's Arson Babayer. I'm a reserve element member, as you know. I wonder about that. If you're able to hack into Neo Diva's computers, you could easily overwrite data such as that. What's happening, Mr. Cayenne? Has Mr. Jin done something? These past few days I've been having nightmares. Is that something to do with your element power? Despair vision. Let's see. It's been showing me dreams of... Dreams of a something giant. Dreams of a one-eyed giant. I don't know what the hell it means, but I can't imagine that it's unrelated to your appearance. So answer me, Jin. You aren't really an element candidate, are you? You're an enemy spy! I had wondered what you were going to say, but it was something as foolish as that. What? Please stop it, Cayenne! Get back, Yunoha! This is bad. Get out of there, Yunoha! The crane's falling! Yunoha! Jin, Yunoha? I'm okay. Jin protected me. The field spread out from his palms? Or it's more like the entire space got cut off with some sort of physical phenomena. Awesome, Jin! Is that your power? I felt the power to cut off. What do you think about that? Power to cut off? My power? Does your element power show itself? It's clear that you're not an enemy spy, isn't it? I'm sorry, you guys over there. Is everyone okay? Please be careful, Mr. Astonage. We're fine over here. Both Jin and Yunoha are safe. Thanks, Jin. Yeah. That was awesome, Jin. So you ought to be able to pilot the Aquarian too soon. I guess so. Chapter 25. NTD. This is probably the chapter where they describe what on earth that means. So, 2 battleships for you. Neo Zeon's pursuers are arriving. They've got to keep on launching guys like this. They should have done it back when we were at Palau, shouldn't they? Oh god, we have the Grand Sierras out. I love that. There aren't that many of them. We'll launch our units here.
Out of curiosity, do we get the Grand Sierras?
Not permanently, but I think you may get it as reinforcements for a single stage. I love the one attack the Grand Sierras has. So just as a note, the Grand Sierra is the ship that's out there. It's the mothership of a group known as the Sleeves. Yeah, that one. It's what the Kshatriya, the quad-wing unit, is typically on. And because it's a camouflage freighter unit, it doesn't have any built-in weapons, which means they had to get really creative.
Not really creative.
It's fairly creative. What on earth is Captain Frontal thinking? Telling us to sortie after safely with only this many people? I mean, even if we don't have enough power, or even if we don't have enough fighting forces to spare, to equip a transport unit like the Grand Sierras with a cannon from Palau's storage? Remember though, everyone, our real job is the one Lady Haman gave us, to rescue the princess. After all, there are plenty of people who don't like her and would be happier to see her disappear from the scene entirely. That's how it is, Merida. So I'll leave the white one to you. It really is tough to fight someone you know, huh? But even so, it's our mission. Merida. Can you do it, Banagher? I don't know. But at a time like this, you ought to just try and move your body, is what Shin's always saying. Shin did? You... Oh, come on. Your guy's been in the same position as him. Can't you give him a bit more serious advice? Even if you say that to me... Well, it's the truth, isn't it? I guess that's so. After all. Oh, rather than being caught in an endless loop of wondering, exercising if it'll make you feel better. I know, right? So great. We've got another suicidal idiot on our hands now. Leave the armory at that for now. Enemies are right in front of us. The enemy has a cyber NewType use mobile suit. If we're able to take them out, the enemy formation should crumble. Let's go, Banagher. Since we decide to get moving, let's go! Yeah. So, destroy the Kshatriya. Don't let Camille or Banagher die. Within 4 turns, destroy all enemies other than the Kshatriya, and then destroy the Kshatriya.
Pretty standard. Enemies all look to be fairly far away.
SR point is, yeah, save Kshatriya for last. Oh, we're going to be running into him. So there's going to be a Z-chip bonus, which involves the aquarium. And having an unusual part in the aquarium. It will require Mikono to be out. For at least a single attack.
He's showing up.
Yes.
Well, technically there are 2 options when you say that. But I'm betting you mean Kagura and not.
Yeah, not Mikage. It's far too early for Mikage to start directly interfering in things.
You say that, but that's 2 chapters from now? Isn't it?
Well, he's not directly showing up on the field to attack us.
Nobody is directly interfering.
How about it's far too early for him to actually show up as an enemy?
Yes.
Since he's an enemy commander, late game type guy who doesn't, get early cameos like Full Frontal. His Full Frontal you clash with multiple times. Mikage is more of a one and done type thing. Drysons.
I don't think I've invested any points in Mikono.
Probably not. So do check here the Grancieras and the lone Girazulu to see just what's up with it. So, yeah, Grancieras. Rifakona cargo ship. Commander level 3, prevent level 5, support attack level 2, guard and will up on damage. That's the command. And all it has is a single mega particle cannon, which will look very interesting when it comes out.
But it has an ability.
Yes, that's the command order. Because it's an enemy battleship.
Right.
Boosts enemy accuracy. And do also note there's a single lone Gyaradoga.
Right. That's this chapter.
No, it isn't.
That's not.
Shouldn't be.
It's a familiar face. It's Gilboa. Gilbert?
Gilboa. It's Mr. Gilboa, the guy that Banagher was having dinner with. He's a nice man. Nice guy caught on the wrong side of this fight. With wrong side being where the protagonist currently is not.
I was going to say, can you really call it the wrong side of the fight in this instance?
Yes, because it's directly against the protagonist. To be fair, Banagher does do a lot of flip-flopping over the course of the series, getting stuck with the Grand Sierra's team and helping them out for a while, and leading to one of the more heart-wrenching scenes in the series. The quiet chat in the desert. For anyone who's seen Unicorn, you probably know what I'm talking about there.
Whatever.
Yes, I would have to say that 3 of my favorite speeches in Unicorn are the episode 3 inner possibility speech, the scene with the cafe owner and Minerva, which we will get to here eventually, I believe, and the scene with Zitterman and Banagher out in the desert. Those are all some exceptionally good speeches.
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that list.
If I was asked to list top 5, which I could easily do, the other 2 that would be added in are...
Possibility speech.
I already had that one.
Didn't hear that one.
Yes, that was the first one I did. The other 2 I would list are, Marida's speech to Banagher, Even So. Don't stop saying that. And, of course, the speech from Minerva at the very end. Speech about Laplace's box. But we will not get to that for a long period of time.
Heck, we don't even get to the Rosen Zulu.
I think you may see the Rosen Zulu.
It's Tengoku exclusive.
Okay. Well, it is what it is.
This really is not much of a fight.
Yeah, because there's going to be more stuff happening. Also, remember you got over there way faster than you should have thanks to everyone being accelerated.
Yes, the power of having a completely broken accelerator unit.
Everyone getting Excel at start. It's quite the decision, isn't it? Who to buff?
That's just buff the third.
Can you see any more interesting trivia I can dig up on some of the things we've been mentioning?
Defend.
Are you the one piloting that mobile suit, Miss Marita? So you realized it, Banagher? A fight like this won't change the world at all. Why can't you understand that? I told you before, that's just your reasoning. Stop it, Banagher. She won't listen to anything you say. But even so, Banagher, you... People refuse to set their own personal fights. This war will never end. I won't let that happen. I told you before, justice alone won't save people. Oh, didn't I tell you that, Banagher? Is fighting really all I can do here? Kshatriya. Funnels. That's so many funnels.
I mean, it's its primary weapons.
Yeah. So I say the Ground Sierras is probably your largest problem.
Yeah, got plenty of things around.
That you do, you have plenty of opportunities. Hey.
In space.
Wonderful. Guard attack.
Because at least once I'll look what it'll look like in space.
I would let anyone die. Even you! Smash the two of them into each other. So we have not heard much here.
What did I switch it to?
Something from the Gurren Lagann movie.
Alright.
Targeting Gilboa and the Grand Sierras. Actually, all you've got left now is pretty much the Gilboa
That
and the
is
Grand
all that I have
Sierras.
left.
Look, Kshatriya, fun.
Yeah, it's not a. That's like all I have left. That actually is all I have left.
Goodbye, Mr. Gilboa.
That's the location for Slash Harkins.
Yeah. And the shows are where most of them are. So good. Why could it not hold out? Sorry, Marita. Leave the rest to you. Understood, Gilboa. For Master's sake, for Grand Sierra's sake, and for the sake of all those who believe in the light of Zeon, stop the unicorn with my own hands. Leave it on so we can see the glory that is the Grand Sierra's attack. Not enough for a kill.
Of course.
You
not.
dealt quite a bit of damage. And so now, the glorious attack the Grand Sierras has. Since they didn't have any built-in weaponry, they have to have a Girozulu pop out of the hangar with a giant cannon.
The scale on that feels a bit wrong, but I'm surprised that doesn't hit all.
Well, I mean, they clearly have enough problems with accuracy as it is, since this is, you know, not a combat ship. Mega particle. It's designed to be a freighter. So accuracy is not something they intended with it.
This might kill.
We'll see.
Thanks. Support attack. Yeah.
They're doing pretty well.
Sure.
Don't think that'll be enough. But we'll see. Just the shot. Oh. Very close, but you did it.
Yeah, I figured it. Probably.
Everyone retreat. Won't let you die! Captain! The Crusaders can't take any more of this! Retreat. Can't afford to lose the place for our squads to return to. Rita, don't push yourself! You don't need to put your life on the line for a stupid mission like this. Understood, Master. If I'm able to take the Unicorn out here, the Captain will accept the Grand Sierra's squad. If that happens, Master and everyone else will be able to have better lives. So...
Huh, didn't have guts cast.
Well, not that she's taken any damage.
Yeah, they still would though.
One. Just Mega Particle Cannon is what it's using.
エヴァは変わらない自分の心の
Nope.
整備もやるって決めたんだ
That's not really bad results, but...
Decided to do it.
カウント
I can't run away.
2 1
Decent.
狙える
Tuna.
か効くもんか
He had an AT field to guard.
The AT field worked out well. Much better than I'd expected, but...
Yeah, you didn't expect that to work.
It was about 50-50. Get on the headlines. Gundam's even stronger than the data suggested. I think you can get away from this.
こちらの殺気が前に出すクシャトリアと正反対のコンセプトこんなダメージ
Interestingly, I'm going to mention that apparently that it seems to have been built on exactly the opposite concept that the Kshatriya was. She did not specifically call out the getter by name, but she said it seems to have built on exactly the opposite concept of the Kshatriya. Although I don't know what that means. Possibly the fact of maximum melee.
敵がどれだけいようと私の反応速度を上回
You actually gotta start checking what attacks they're using on maximum break.
こいつならどんな奴が相手でも
Probably.
I just always assume it's going to be the strongest.
クシャトリア交代する
Goodbye, Kshatriya. Not yet. Please stop it, Miss Marita. What point is there in fighting any further? Fighting you was my mission. Far too straightforward. Why can't you find another way outside of fighting? If there was another method of fighting, then I would have done it already. But that's... You don't understand anything! And now, the NTD system activates. The unicorns. So the NTD system is activated in response Into the waves of malice from that cyber NewType? Relula's Bridge. We've confirmed the Unicorn's NTD system is activated. It appears to be engaged in combat with the Kshatriya. The psychomonitor readings are looking good. Looks like our monitoring of it should have no problems for the time being. Exactly as we predicted, Captain? In order to activate the NTD, it's necessary to clash with someone who is believed to have the same capabilities as a NewType. And the psychomonitor that we installed back onto the Unicorn at Palau has registered the activation of the NTD. With this, we can safely accumulate the data on the Lapis program we weren't able to analyze back then. But to think that even a cyber NewType would be able to activate the NTD? Cyber NewTypes aren't something you could call a pure NewType. However, in this day and age when we cannot tell who is or is not a true NewType, the only thing that's necessary is to be capable of activating the NTD. That Banagher brat. Can he truly master the Unicorn? So long if you are swallowed up by the NTD system, then it will continue to fight regardless of a pilot's will. What's in control of that machine right now is the NTD system. The pilot has already become nothing more than a receptor for receiving waves of malice from an enemy. The NTD. What a terrifying system. Yes, the NewType Destroyer System. A method of locating and eliminating. A special system that detects enemy NewTypes and uses them to release the unit's limiter. Through utilizing a psychoframe, an abnormally high-power psychoframe interface, it becomes nothing more than a hunting machine. If the system's analysis progresses further, it might even be capable of overriding an enemy's psychom units. That unit. How on earth could a normal human use it? Exactly right. As you say, in order to pilot it, someone needs a cyber NewType. Someone who's been artificially strengthened. A NewType development project. That was a part of something that was known as the UC plan. As soon as the technology for creating cyber NewTypes was perfected, NewTypes themselves will lose all meaning. Then, Lieutenant Merida is... I do feel a little sad for her, but she'll be a sacrifice here. After all, the destiny she's had to shoulder, I'm sure taking a long-deserved rest would be nice. Proto-Plu 12. One of the artificial NewTypes created through cloning. She was the 12th of their test subjects. Allow us to express our deep regret and respect for Lieutenant Merida Cruz. So you've shown your true form, Unicorn! Roger! Won't let you pass. Please, understand, Miss Merida. I have to do this then. You say my own shield. Is unsheathing the turbo? And down goes Merida.
All I can say to you is GP02.
Ah! It's awesome, Banagher! Once the Unicorn's activated its NTD system, it really is like a demon god. Banagher. Get away from him, Camille! What are you doing, Banagher? Friendly fire? No, that's Gundam's will. Camille, get out of here! Banagher's lost consciousness! Banagher? Mr. Alberto, what's the meaning of this? The entity is showing off its true strength. True strength? That's a machine designed to hunt down and kill new types! Thanks to its fight with that cyber new type in the quad wing, the system's awakened! And now that it's awakened, and if it locates another new type, it'll hunt them down! What the hell have you idiots put in that thing? But we deliberately sealed the way out of the Federation's new type use machine so this wouldn't happen! It's all that quad wing's fault! Waves of malice coming off it would completely awaken the NTD! It's no good! I can't get away from the unicorn in this damaged resell! Camille! Can you hear me, Camille? Lieutenant Apolli? Currently have an unmanned transport sending the Zeta to you! Who? Take it! Zeta? Camille, give me Zeta! We'll hold Banagher back! Sorry. Zeta? What's happening? I thought I meant to seal that away as part of the UC project! Get hold of yourself, Banagher! Do you not recognize us anymore? Machine, the unicorn's completely controlling him? Watch out, Camille! Something else is coming! And there we go. So we've got abductors? Looks like they're completely different than their target of abducting people. They're here to fight us? Seems like you've got some people awfully fired up over there, but I won't lose to any of you. Kagura? What is it, Mikage? I don't tend to listen to anything you're gonna say. That white unit's existence shall not be tolerated. Destroy it. I told you I'm not gonna listen to any of your orders. Do you want to be punished again? So you're just saying I need to destroy everything in my path, right? Very well. I have expectations for you, Kagura. Can you hear me, Mechanical Angel and his friends? Hand over my damn woman to me! That guy... is he talking about Mikono? Alright then. I've come this far. Huh? So maybe it'll help Jin remember his mission. Camille! We'll take care of the abductors! You stop the unicorn! Captain Amuro! It's possible for him to stop Banagher on his own. That isn't Banagher anymore. It's only the unicorn! Only the unicorn? Right now, it's targeting him. Understood. I'll do what I can! We'll send as many people as we can spare to back you up. Don't push yourself, Camille. Machine that manipulates people's minds? They're still making things like that? Just you wait, Banagher! I'll stop the unicorn and save you! Destroy the Unicorn Gundam and the Mithragonis. Don't let Camille die.
Okay.
So, we now have the
The
Zeta
Zeta.
Gundam. Has decent stats, and it's in space. Has Vulcans, Grenade Launcher, Beam Confuses Hit All Attack, Beam Rifle, Beam Saber, Hyper Mega Launcher. Also, important note, do you see what it does not have?
It doesn't have the biosensor.
It doesn't have the biosensor.
Is that an upgrade again? Or is it story?
I think it's story.
And measures.
Not sure. Maybe it just gets the biosensor after this, but... it is what it is. Poor unicorn.
This should deal a fair bit of damage.
Beaky! The Unicorn's current combat levels are completely incomparable to usual. That's exactly why. We can't afford to leave Banagher behind. Exactly right. Work on analyzing the data. You just have to focus on the combat, Hibiki. Sweet Banagher. I'll be sure to pay back the debts you've incurred to you. So the biosensor is in here somewhere. Activates at 130 will with a level 5 NewType. Improves.
Well, that's part of the problem.
And enables the Psycho Field. So now the Zeta is equipped with a negate any damage below 2000 type barrier when biosensor is active.
We have that. Well.
What is it?
Yeah. It's pretty useless, honestly.
Yeah, not great. But still better than, the dimensional fault. Yeah, no, the Zeta's half upgrade bonus is plus 10 to all stats when biosensor is active, so I guess you just don't have it right now.
Let's switch back to at least for a bit.
So let's see, who else will we get? Well, you'll be happy about the next chapter.
We should get Basara.
Yes, next chapter you get Basara. In chapter 28, the Evil will get its element system power up, which is nice. And then we'll have a series of nothing. Grit those teeth, Banagher! This may hurt a bit. We'll be sure to save you! Let's go, Unicorn. If you're running wild, well, I'll be sure to beat you back into shape!
And this is probably gonna be.
Oh, probably. Especially since he's only using Vulcan.
I was going to say there's a size difference here, but there really isn't.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're both down.
Just gotta love that the Gurren Lagann goes from being size M to 3L.
What was I?
There is no in-between.
Well, I mean, it goes from, normal size to city size. The unicorn stopped moving! Right now, we can try and capture it! Still able to move even after taking all that damage? What sort of monster are we fighting? What's wrong, Master K? That light. I've seen it somewhere before. Dimensional recovery! It's like that light that happened back after the Many Worlds War when we used everyone's feelings in order to recover repair the dimensional holes!
Slow down a bit. I could barely understand what you said there.
Dimensional recovery. It's just like back at the end of the Many Worlds War, when we used everyone's feeling in order to repair those dimensional holes! Why is it? I feel something weird when I look at it. It almost feels nostalgic. Do I know this? That light. That's the shine of the Psycho Frame. The power of human will! A machine that can turn that into physical form. Is that what that Gundam is? It's almost like a Lambda driver. Alberto! Has the ATD reached its activation limit yet? Not yet! Since the numbers have been released. At least we won't have any attention to pilot state. Translation, it's going to keep on going until the pilot gives out.
Okay.
Then, at this rate, Banagher will... Pilot will die. If the pilot dies, the NTD will stop working, but... Captain Muro! The unicorn. Is there any way we can stop Banagher? Camille, call out to Banagher! I've already been doing that! No! Use the Zeta to do it! Use the Zeta? Yes. The NTD is reacting to the existence of a new type. Make use of the Zeta's biosensor in order to use your will! If we're going to reawaken Banagher, that's the only chance we've got! Camille! Gotta try it. This is all we can do to save him! Biosensor online. Banagher! Sure! Is someone calling me? It's no good. I can't move. Banagher! Mr. Camille? Open your eyes, Banagher! Don't let the unicorn. Don't let the NTD swallow you! But... don't you lose that machine! Are you fighting of your own will? My... will? Don't let the unicorn become a demon's machine! At this rate... It's going to become something that destroys all new types. Something that kills humans' potential! Potential... future... hope... ending a war... understanding each other... that's... Audrey! That shine from the Psycho Frame again? But it's different than before. It's incredibly soft and warm and strong. That's Banagher's light. Have you woken back up, Banagher? Mr. Camille. You've been able to win against the machine. Right now you ought to be able to draw out the unicorn's true strength. I won against the NTD? If there's something you want to do in the unicorn? You said you took on the job of test pilot because there's something you want to do in the unicorn. Something I wanted to do. Stop a war. See the potential that humanity has. And protect Audrey. NTD system online. That brat. That kid. He's able to make the NTD work for him? Looks like Banagher Lynx is a test pilot beyond even your expectations, huh? Can you do it, Banagher? Yeah! Father, Audrey, I still don't know what I can do. But I'll be sure to give shape to that possibility within me. With this unicorn! Destroy the Mithranist. Don't let Camille or Banagher die.
No.
Unicorn is now in NTD mode. And from here on, whenever he hits 130 volt, we'll be able to activate the NTD mode for 5 turns per map. And considering most maps don't go beyond 5 turns, it's pretty good. Banagher has 20% extra PP and EXP in destroy mode. This is ace bonus.
Yeah.
Main megaparticle cannons.
I may have a small problem.
You sent the Nail too far?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Just keep on defending. Be careful, he's not using assault combat anymore. It'd be nice if the Nail adds some kind of barrier attack.
But, you know, that just isn't a thing. It's gonna die.
Well, Prevail should start kicking in.
Does he have Prevail?
You should have at least a low level. Oh dear.
You see the problem now.
You're
Okay,
lucky.
good. You went
Very
for
lucky.
Jigoku. Jigoku just defend.
Kagura uses his strongest attack, Beastification.
薄っぺらい匂いバカだ
And take it he did. Do you think that's worth it? Do you have any recovery units nearby? Yes, you do have a recovery unit. Fire the high mega particle cannon.
At least weakened a bunch.
Got 2 kills and dropped a bunch to about half HP. Remember that Amaro's with a repair unit.
Right. She doesn't have skill, but it's at least a little bit.
Yeah, you got it up to half HP. Which is not great, but definitely better than it could be. Later on, the Aquarian will get a map attack. That should be quite a bit later. Yes, it's chapter 38 when the Aquarian gets its map attack. Or one of its map attacks. Aquarian actually has 2, I believe. One of them's in Gepard mode, which is why I never see it.
Okay.
Yes, it has a Gepard mode map attack, which I don't remember which it is. And then it has the Infinite Cluster Punch. Just like a banana. Or more specifically, a bunch of bananas. That's how they describe it.
Okay.
So yes, the next chapter we'll be dealing with more Demon Lord of Space stuff. I don't know if she needs to be a pilot or if she needs to be the one actually attacking, but we'll see here.
Get out of the way, scentless guy! I don't have time to deal with you! You're still targeting Mikono? Of course I am! My damn woman's mine! Don't decide that on your own! Mikono is... Mikono is... So you're finally ready to do this, huh? If that's the case, I'll go ahead and teach you. But you're a pointless idiot who can't do anything!
Okay, so yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
She needs to find him.
In the Gepard.
Not the worst it could be, but
Yay, Gepard! Try and take out everything else. And leave a clear path. Definitely don't want to do that. What if you go... That'll work.
it should work.
Come Or the moose.
最大出力攻
White
撃開始
reflection. I wonder what that shine there in the distance is.
Hmm?
That blue gleam. That blue star-like gleam up 2 and to the right 3.
See it? Oh, no idea.
Just a particularly bright star, I guess. But still seems a bit strange. You can move over and then transform and then do a hit all attack. Because he's got quite the range on his all attack.
Menus. See what you mean.
Yeah,
That is a rather long range.
but no good at close range. For some strange reason.
Gotta get that flying start.
Sure. But how many units in Gundam can fly under their own power? I mean, really.
Everything post UC 100.
Yes, but we are not post 100.
Well, pretty much everything post UC 100.
Everything that's GN drive equipped can. That's a known feature of them thanks to the mass altering properties of GN particles, is it?
Don't look at me.
It's either mass or inertia or something like that.
I am not an expert when it comes to double O.
Anyways, anything equipped with a GN drive can use GN particles to fly. Wave Rider. Wave Rider's not great, but tolerable.
Well, of course it's not great. It doesn't have its most important feature.
Yeah.
Wave Rider Crash.
You just don't have Wave Rider Crash, period, in this game. ESA is going to cover you.
Yeah, you can go and count them once.
Be glad Kagura does not have double action.
Yet.
Going to have Mikono attack him.
First, I'm just gonna get rid of this.
Understandable.
And then, yes, I am going to have...
Homing missiles. He's got a defensive skill there.
I found you, damn woman. I came here to kill you myself. I'm sorry, but I have to apologize. Kono? That's good. A damn woman? I'll be sure to listen to what you have to say plenty afterwards. We're fighting Mikono. Don't give in to him. But you're a member of the elements, aren't you? He's our enemy. Enemy? You gonna resist, damn woman? If it's so, I'll show you how pointless it is. Even I'll fight. The Mata and the others.
Off go the ghosts first.
スカル3行きます
Reduced accuracy is good.
こいやつ
This? Should I use this? Good question.
そうです。
この匂いやっと出てきたか
Seems to me like the most ideal thing to do would be to get the kill with the battleship, but...
Yeah, that is the most ideal thing.
Banagher and Gurren Lagann are also lagging a bit. You could have accelerated.
Still.
Oh hey! The NTD consecutive attack is available, but he's not high enough for NewType.
Cool. Oh, Flash Plus. Nice.
The unicorn's true power. I'll show you I can master it. No matter what Lapis' box may be, the only thing I can do right now is use this power to stop a war. I'll show you the power to change this world. That's my fight.
This note has a different theme now.
And the setup.
俺の見つけたこんなに近くに
Destroy mode beam saber. Alright, battleship.
You're giving that backup. Oh, nice.
Yeah, with backup, might actually be able to.
Cheer.
That was not.
Yeah, not at all. That one is plus. See if Captain Otto can get it.
Make sure to lock on just
In case.
弾幕を張れとにかく熱くだメガ粒子砲で
Let out a curtain of fire! Hurry, keep firing!
Poor Captain Otto. He's not great at his job.
he's a tactician in BX.
Oh dear.
どいつもこいつも
Yeah,
俺た
looks
ち
like
の
we'll
邪魔
be
を
just
しやが
barely
って
not enough here.
でかい獲物ほど潰しがいがあるってもんだ
モビルスーツデッキに被弾火災発生
何火災鎮火を最優先
The bubble deck's been hit. It's on fire! What? Place a priority on fire suppression!
I mean, that does make sense. Is that? Yes.
Yes. Her strongest attack is what she used, and it was just enough.
Smug C2 kill screen. They've given her a lot more smug portraits in this one.
You don't think she deserves it?
No, I'm just
All
noting.
the way up to level 21. Then ISC. Luck acquired. Accelerate acquired. Cheer acquired.
I'm just noting.
Damn
that
it!
they've
Why
given
can't
her
I
a lot
win
more.
against them? Jin, hurry up and do something! Hey, hurry up! With your lollygag and take care of these small fry! It's because we haven't received any word for it. Oh man, he's almost getting pissed at everyone! That guy, did he say something at the end there? I wonder. Sounds like he did something, but I couldn't catch it. Kono, why are you so sad? What on earth is with you and him? Well, all the abductors are gone. That was looking pretty hairy for a bit. You okay now, Banagher? Yeah. What? Be careful though, Banagher. I'm certain that the MTD will be a part of you from here on out as well. Well, be sure to win against her weaknesses. As long as you're able to do that. If you aren't able to do that, that system will kill you. Be sure to remember it. I'm certain I'll be worried from here on out. But even so, I'll keep on fighting. For the sake of the people who entrusted me with the unicorn, in order to prove to this world the power of possibility. Neil Argama's hangar. Why? Why haven't I been sending in my reports to Izumo? Why didn't I respond to Kagura? What's happened to me? Jin? Yunaha. Let's go and greet Banagher as he comes back. Everyone else is gathered. Is it okay for me to go? Of course. After all, you were worried about Banagher too, weren't you? Yeah. Good work out there, Camille. It's good to know that Zeta was able to make it back. But Captain Murrow... Why did I thought Lieutenant DePauli was supposed to be missing, so... Well, I don't know the full details about it. According to what the Luo company said... But thanks to some effort from the Luo company, we were able to get the Zeta away from Anaheim Electronics. The reason they were able to get it over here to Z Blue is because the Luo Corporation was able to deal with Anaheim. No, something larger than the Luo Corporation was able to deal with Anaheim. I see. So Lieutenant Quattro. So you think it's Char that did it? Why would Neo Zeon deliberately help Z Blue? Well, to Anaheim at least, Neo Zeon's a valued client, and Lieutenant DePauli is one of Char's direct subordinates. It's not unthinkable. But why would he... I don't know. But it may have something to do with that full frontal. Huh? From all the fights we've seen up until now, full frontal man appears to be taking completely different actions than Char has. So in order to deal with his suspicious movements, Char decided to lend a hand to Z Blue. It's only a possibility, but still. You worried about the fact that we might be dancing in Char's palm? It's got nothing to do with that. I'm just not going to waver anymore. It's just... When I made contact with Banagher's consciousness there, I had a word. Laplace. Laplace? I don't know what it means. But apparently Banagher was worrying over that word. Well, why don't you ask him? No. If it's something that Banagher himself is hiding, then it's best to just wait and see. For what I felt, it has something to do with the unicorn, but... And it's probably pointless to try and ask Mr. Alberto. After all, well, even in the NTD, all of that unit's secrets appear to be something he'll never say. The unicorn's secrets. Neo Zeon. No. What Full Frontal has been searching for. Is that it? It's not something... It's a plausible theory. At the very least. I don't want to wait to see what problems might show up. I'll report on this to Captain Bright. Wait, be sure not to say anything else. Understood. Well, with this we've been able to shake off our pursuers. Z Blue will wind up descending back to Earth, and deciding what to do from there. I wonder how Neo Zeon will react. It looks like the Earth Centralists and the Federation government are already working on targeting them. So it'll become an all-out war? Let's see. With the way things have become at this point in time, all we can do is hope that those idiots don't wind up launching indiscriminate attacks against the colonies. Does he intend to let that slide? No matter what may happen, I refuse to accept his way of doing things. I agree. Possible. Well, I'd like to try taking out Char. That would be the fastest way to put an end to this, but... Lieutenant Quattro, we're going to be following our own path here. If you sent the Zeta to me deliberately, I'll make use of its strength. In order to stop you. In order to stop this war. Having a pilot with over 100 SP, the SP getter is now available at the D-Trader.
Okay.
Alright, so... yeah, at this point in time, we've cleared our 2 stages. And I think we're going to pull a stop here with that. So, we got the Unicorn back. We got Lieutenant Dagaza. Unicorn can now use NTD mode. And, what's the thing I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for?
We have the Zeta.
And we have the Zeta. So, I hope you all have been enjoying this playthrough of Super Robot Wars Z3. And important note, we will be getting back to this, but we will not be getting back to it tomorrow. We're going to be off tomorrow because, once again, I have an appointment I have to go to, which conflicts with this. So, we'll be back on Friday to round out this route split, hopefully. Only 2 more chapters left in it. So, I hope you all have been enjoying it, and we will see you on Friday.
See you.